The biggest lie America has ever told has broke the news this past week. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you probably heard about it this week. The 2006 classic movie, The Blind Side, the story we all know and love about the Toohey family, a well-off family from Memphis, Tennessee, adopted Michael Oher, a down-and-out kid, and set him off to a path to play football. The real Michael Oher went on to play offensive tackle in the NFL and even won a Super Bowl as part of the Baltimore Ravens. Well, that story's all a lie. The Blind Side subject and former NFL star Michael Oher has released a statement after he has filed a legal petition to terminate a conservatorship in which he alleges Leanne Toohey and Sean Toohey lied about adopting him while making millions off of his name. How crazy is that?
Well, like I said to you before, I guess I'm just a little confused.
I have more. Don't worry, I have a little bit more to tell you. So this all started back when Michael Oher committed to Ole Miss, just like in the film, to play football. Sean Toohey, who is the father, was questioned in the recent news breaking about the legal action being taken against him, and he said Michael obviously was living with us for a long time. The NCAA didn't like that. They said the only way Michael could go to Ole Miss was actually if he was a part of the family. We contacted our lawyers who told us that we couldn't adopt anybody over the age of 18. Michael at this time was over the age of 18, and the only thing that we could do was to have a conservatorship. This is the same thing that happened with the whole Britney Spears thing that happened a few months ago. So Oher alleges in the petition that the conservatorship papers that he wound up signing instead gave the Tooheys total control over Oher's ability to sign contracts. His files claim that the Toohey family falsely and publicly represented themselves as his adopted parents, which led to the story depicted in the book and the movie, which is now we know is not true. And this is the best part. The Toohey family was paid $225,000 apiece, plus a 2.5% of the film's proceeds of the Blind Side film in residual checks, while Michael Oher didn't receive a penny.
Okay, so if all of that is true, then he has a legitimate case. But I think it's like the statute of limitation. You know what I mean? Like, I'm at the point where I don't really give a shit, so I don't know why it's coming into, why it's surfacing now as opposed to when the movie came out. So
Michael Oher has said that he discovered this information this past February in 2023 while having a conversation with his family. I guess the information might have slipped. I mean, the only thing that I keep thinking is, imagine not having a family your whole life. It was really upsetting. The movie's great if you haven't seen it, but and then getting adopted in this sort of Cinderella story, and then it's all a lie. These people never adopted you. They lied to you. They made money off of you. I feel bad for Michael Oher. I mean, could we never? I mean, it just tells you we can never have anything that's good. Anything that's good will always get ruined in this world.
Yeah, I think it's big if it's true. Because a conservatorship, if that's good-hearted and, obviously the dad had, a rooting interest in him going to Ole Miss, and, clearly they cared about the kid because they took him in. But if there's, money that they hid and they did it shadily and, that is true, then that's pretty effed up. And if they, what the residuals are off that movie, like you said, Jedi, it's a pretty popular movie. I see that on TV quite a bit. There's probably a decent bit of residual checks coming from that. Michael Oher made a ton of money, relatively speaking, in the NFL, but still, the dude was robbed of a lot of money, especially, that movie came out in 2006. So that's a long period of time. We're coming up on 20 years for that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, once again, I don't know how you're not aware of that sooner. You know what I mean? With lawyers involved and all that stuff, I don't know how you're not made aware of that sooner. But
yeah, like I said,
it's going to make a great Lifetime movie.
A Lifetime movie now? Blind Side Part 2.
For sure. Called The Blind Eye. Now I get bang.
Well, now it's really The Blind Side if you really think about it.
Yeah, he was blindsided.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. We get residual checks now for the idea of the name of the movie. The
For
sequel.
Sure. Dude, if Blindsided comes out, I'm suing.
But in the end, though, Michael Oher, I do hope that you get what you deserve. If this is all true, I feel really bad because I've watched that movie countless times with my parents, and it's one of my favorites.